Yo, new video, 325 set list. Trying to make a quick update what I'm doing, I suppose. I've not really been making any videos. Shit, St. Steve's at 8k already. Let's go. Anyways, I'm playing Slayer. Lightning Strike, basically following Fob Gun, kind of-ish, but a lot tankier. At least on medium budget compared to what he's doing with like Headhunter and stuff. Just go over the gear real quick. So I'm using hits can't be destroyed enchant, hits can't be evaded, so I don't care about any accuracy. I don't care about blind, I don't care about reduced accuracy mods on maps. It's pretty good. I would recommend that. And you want just fire lightning on that. I'm running Yoke, obviously. I should change this enchant at some point, but it doesn't matter. I'm running bleed, can't be inflicted, so I'm bleed immune. I've got reduced mana cost, mana reservation, some attributes. I do want to recraft this at some point. Drop intelligence? No, drop strength probably. And get chaos res on that so I can get close to the cap. I'm running raw cash. I've got a nice drop from a box. So I'm just using that, and I sold my original uncorrupted ones. Ans with a nice enchant. This cost me 20 div, but you can probably get a cheaper one, I suspect. Must just run it live, but yeah, they exist. Attack speed. Yeah, they're pretty cheap now by looks. People are running it, corrupting them. And eventually the demand will die down for these as people get mage bloods and headhunters and stuff. Alva temple mod, suppress attack speed, damage leech, pierce, 2 non-val. And I'm running non-kiss aura. There's not much of a choice. I'm running block. Again, there's not much of a choice. You can run grace effect, but it's literally like 500 evasion. I'm already at 30k during maps. So yeah, it literally doesn't matter. I'm running this shield. It's not amazing, but it's good enough for what I want. So it's attack speed fracture with chaos and avoid. This gets me 1 spell suppress capped with ancestral vision, and that gets me 100% avoidance. So I can drop ranking, go for Arcali. You can take Lunaris as well if you want, but I think damage over time is the biggest issue for this build. So I'm just taking out the 40 chaos plus for damage over time is pretty massive, almost capping. And I've dropped Ral Cash because I've got a CB jewel, and I've taken this burning ground so I can run that mod for free now. And I've got CB on interrogation. These are like, yeah, it's about 40 div. You don't need it, you can just run the Ral Cash one and just out leech it basically. With Ral Cash I can drop this, gets me another point. I can drop this. And the only reason you might want to do this is for endurance on kill, so you get your brutal charges, but I've got... this is like a medium cheap one. Are there any listed? No. But it's double damage, crit, max life. This endurance judgment kill right here. I've got rage on melee hit, that's for bossing, it's pretty good. And then strength here. I dropped this because I've got 2 on the gloves already, so I don't need 3. That's way too much. And you'll never find bosses where you have to find like 4 of them at once or anything. I'm running martial prowess, feed the fury. You could go over here if you don't have the skill points. I'm almost 98. This build is a lot tankier than what other builds are suggesting, which is what I usually opt for. I'm taking 5% poison for the yoke. I'm taking bleed here, and I'm running skitterbots These are suppress. I've got a blind on hit somewhere here. This one here. Oh, excuse the cat. But you can also get, where is it? You can also get that on the murderer's eye. So you can get blind on hit on this, get triple claw LA, and then just get blind on hit on this as well. This is pretty good. Again, thanks to Ralcash, I think it's about 6% more damage. It's decent. This 16 plus all res is good if you're struggling on gear. Like I'm running something like this, which is a bit crazy, but it's 19 all res, cold lightning, life chaos -7. And this helps me overcap basically. So you need 125 to run a non-LA weak eater, because that gives you like -55 or something. And then you want additional 25 on top of that if you want to run LA weak map mods. I'm taking this, which gives me poison immunity because I've got more evasion than armor. If I scroll down, yeah, so I can't gain bleeding. I'm 75% crit reduction, 31 block. You could get more. I think it's a prefix. You could drop the +1 melee. I don't need that. That was just a brick exalt. But you would drop that. I might just actually recraft this because you could get a lot more life. You can get like I think 120 life on this. But this is good enough for what I'm using at the moment. What else do I have? Normal tree, eye to eye repeater, chaos, murderous eye jaws pretty much everywhere. I think I do have, yeah, ancestral vision, and I've got this one. I think this is my weakest jewel at the moment. It's attack speed multi with silence. I just dropped this one. I've been using it ever since. You would probably replace this for, again, something like this. Or either this one. Triple LA, fire, lightning on both of the mods. I think this one cost me a bit. I think I paid like 5 for this one. But it's, yeah, fracture T2, T1, T3 fire. I'm running Trinity. So with that, you just need to make sure that your lightning is above your minimum fire damage, basically. And you can forget about the cold, and you just do those 2 elements, and that's enough for everything. If you're struggling for suppression, these are like 2 div at the moment. I would probably just go for this. You've got 13% suppression right here. And you can then look for this on your lethal pride jaw as well. It's a percentage strength, so I don't need that. And the movement speed is nice because Ralcash doesn't have any movement speed, so any movement speed you can get is always good. You can get 9% implicit on these shields, on evasion shields. And then yeah, elusive, crit. We don't care about charges, life. I'll probably go into Golem's Blood next because this is 16%. Actually, I can drop this right now. And when I hit 98, I'll just go into the Golem's Blood. This puts me on 560, 21 ES. It's important to have ES, but there's no easy way to actually gain ES during maps. And the thing about ES, if you have any kind of ES, when you get hit, your stun chance is halved, basically. So you get stunned less. Stun isn't really an issue, to be honest, but it's just one thing to consider. Eventually, I would want probably some kind of merit here, plus frenzy, multi, attack speed, ring, but that's going to be like at least a mirror. At the moment, I'm like 400 diff, and I've got another, I don't know how much this would be, 120, 140 diff in gear. I'll leave these. These are nice. Let's see if I hit any. There's one. It's 2 diff. And another 2 diff. Nice. And I think these sell for 20C. Just make sure the price is right. Oh, there are almost 3 div now. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, list them at 3. They'll sell eventually. And people want these just because the price of Awakened Old Shark is just crazy at the moment. In terms of money making, at the moment I'm running boxes. I'm trying to get Residence Scry for the Nimbus, probably to Atoll. Not Atoll, Strand probably. The Icy Brothers is a good card, but I've literally not seen it once. I've run, I don't know, 200 strands or something, and I've not seen it once. So I'm just going to get rid of it and go for the Nimbus one, which should be just about the same rarity, but it's worth like 4 times as much, I think. I do have Underground Sea on Jungle Valley for the Divine Beauty. I get quite a few of these, so it's nice. And I've got the Cathedral Apothecary on my city squares. And then I've got Patient on Atoll. So eventually I'll get Residence on Strand, and I'll just be running Strand, Atoll, Jungle, City Square, and I'll sell my stuff for that. I'm running Singular Focus. You do get some of the like potential t16s do get eaten by this, but it's whatever. It doesn't matter that much. And so just normal boxing Atlas tree with some shrines, with some beyond div card beyond ones, effect everywhere, the entire hat. I'm taking the entire wheel here just for quantity, because it does add up quite a bit. Running 5 flasks, utility, no life flasks. I don't think I need it. Like I'm not dying, and if I need to use a life flask, I'll just die anyway. It doesn't help that much. I'm running out of these boots. So one of the money making strat I was doing, I was crafting these boots. So if I show you, actually we can check this first. 644, not bad I suppose. 16 div in an hour. So I started, this is like me doing, well, it's before I started. I was using a different money tracking site, but this one is better in my opinion, well fixed out. I was doing like hobbies, making a few div, barely, and then I swapped to the boxes, got some upgrades to the build, and then yeah, I'm making a lot more money with these at the moment. I sold like 60 div of scarabs, got 20 div more, got 30 div in cards. It's very profitable. I need to sell some of this crap, like these maps. What was I going to show you? Yeah, trade. Forgot to trade. What I was doing with the boots, currency flip, I was buying these boots basically. These are the easier way of doing this. I would say it's still worth it for like 70c. Just because you're literally crafting 2C craft onto it and they become 2 div boots. So I'll just show you as an example of what I'm doing with these. I sold 10 pairs, 20 pairs of these. I've got some bricks. Yeah, some bricks here. They're still about close to the cost of what these would be. The price is adjusted a bit. Some people are smarter, some people are buying out these boots as well. The margin is pretty decent, but basically what you do, this is empty prefix with good speed, good life, suppress, and this actually already has T1 dex, so these will be pretty fucking good. Now I'll just craft 25%. We price check this. Drop tax, and these are 2, 3, 4 divines. So that's just an easy flip you can do, like every now and then between maps or like between buying random crap, you can just check the trade make yourself a bit richer. And we'll slam for 6% armor invasion. Amazing. Yeah, that's map. What I would typically do, I would actually finish these for people, just because it doesn't cost that much, and then it will cost. They will sell easy if you actually craft it. You only need lasers. You should have hundreds of these. They cost 700 pocket div. So you can easily just grab these, and you're after brittle is okay, and for ETA you want avoidance. Yeah, so I'll just sell these. So we check brittle, live, avoid, suppress, 0 listed, jerk brittle, or div. Let's recraft this brittle. Most people would want action speed on this, but they will settle for movement speed. And yeah, I'll just put them off for div, and they will sell. Another thing I've been doing is these shields. These are basically my shield that I'm using, and what I would recommend people to upgrade to actually be tankier for this build. All you need is a movement speed implicit base with evasion and fractured attack speed. If we check for 83, where is it? Movement speed implicit with fractured attack speed. The 2590C, very cheap. Yeah, 6%. Is this looking at? Yeah. 83 non-corrupted, non-mirrored. Let's see if he's gonna sell it to us. Yes. 25C. I think this league, more than any other league, it's important to have a ton of chaos. Just because everyone wants chaos, everyone uses chaos, and you want to buy stuff for chaos on the exchange. Anyway, for this one, all you need, I only have a single one, but basically you want these Essence of Envy. They're 5C each, so it's not terrible. And you're basically looking for high life. Just grab some more. I'm trying to sell my 5 of AC. It's cheapest chips. A couple, and you're looking for usable third suffix, or ideally high life. No life. Yeah, something like this. Chaos, fire, life. Ideally, you'd want to hit avoidance or craft avoidance, but if you don't, it's fine. People will still buy this, and I will craft this one. In my opinion, it's the best prefix for Lightning Strike, just because we're always spamming via Lightning Strike, and eventually people that go the really expensive version of via Lightning Strike, specifically where they just can spam it with the new enchant, this will basically grant them like 3000 armor for free constantly, which is like more than a well-rolled chest will. T for life, nothing crazy, but this is fine. Slam, evasion, nice, and we'll just fix it up real quick. I'm using a scroll wheel rebind, by the way, if you're wondering. I do like the new feature they added, but this is still easier. Life, res, there's mine listed for 4 div, but yeah, they go for about 2, 4, 5, and they typically will have better suffix. So I will just list this at 3, just competing with myself a bit. But yeah, it is what it is. What do we have? This is my old ring, that's going for sale. I replaced it with the bleed immunity. It's nice, very tanky. And then if you buy something like this, I think I bought this for 3 div? It's bottom rolled elemental damage. I think there was only one order for 7, yeah. I could literally just flip this for 8 and it would probably sell. You just want to grab your Tainted Catalyst. These are very cheap, 3.5C, and just get resistance on this, and they will like double the value of it basically. What else was I doing? Oh yeah, I've got some more boots. These are kind of crappier ones, like t6 decks with some random prefix. And this is a card drop. 6 linkiness pretty cheap nowadays. That's a rock. These rings, these were mostly failures from crafting for myself, but what you can do is also craft these. If we get Warlord, 85 Amethyst, they're about 20C, but let's see if this one wants to reply. Do I have any juice? Yeah, that should be enough. Your mappers are pretty good for giving you juice. You don't have to run your own harvests anymore. 20C. Thank you. What I've been doing day 2, day 3 is spamming Alvas for T3 fire, cold, lightning rooms. With Apex, without Apex, doesn't matter. I think I still have one left over. This one? No. I'm blind. Where is it? This one, yeah. Crucible Flame, Tier 3. These were like 5C, 10C. They still are, but they're not worth running anymore. What you would do is run these and you'd get basically like a 50-50 of dropping Alva Temple gloves. And even the shittiest of the shittiest gloves that you would drop would sell for a div, basically. I did drop some nice suppression ones early on, and like the first 3 temples, I sold off like 6 div. People will want this for their group play, basically, for the carries, because this is a massive damage multiplier, and it's 50% increase. It's very strong, and because it's Slayer, Lightning Strike, League, people will want these. I think I paid like 20 div for mine. Suppress life. Yeah, these are about 45-90 div. So you could, if you literally can't run t16, if you can't do any strat, just run Alva Temples. Grab the new Scarab. Do I have it? This one of Timelines. This is 20C at the moment. What it'll do is basically drop you an entire randomized temple based on your current layout. So basically every alba you get a new temple. It's pretty strong, and once you get your tier 3 elemental rooms, just run those, get the rewards, and just portal out, and you got a decent chance of getting some usable gloves that people can craft on. And I was doing that for like day 2, day 3. I made like I think 40 div just doing that basically. It wouldn't typically be profitable afterwards, but because of the league we're in at the moment, it's probably still good to run these. And for the Apex, for the Adorned Fragment, I think those are like a few div at the moment. But anyway, this ring, Warlord Influence, doesn't matter. IAT3 plus will do. Just sell this. It's 23. Oh, 1 increase. Okay. There you go, brother. Enjoy. And you want to do caster reroll. So I've done this last week. I've done a different video showing the same thing. What people still don't know, it's a thing. Basically, you have about 1 in 4 chance to roll either flammability or vulnerability on hit. These are very overpriced. Both are very good, very meta at the moment. If I check for the price of just this, the crappiest of rings, this is one divine for 75 blue and a 20 C base. I would typically go for something better, just because for flammability they'll be used by like RF guys, essentially. So they wouldn't care about mana all that much, and they want good life and good res. But let's give this a few reroll. The only other thing you can roll is the cast speed, which isn't terrible. It can sell. Nah. And you ideally want an open prefix with good life, so you can craft this is nice. Melee damage. Anyone uses this? No decks. Might just keep this. Craft mana. I think mana isn't even a bad craft nowadays. I think I'll block like flat evasion or something instead. Let's slam this for physical T1. On a melee, yeah, this is usable. I'll just assume they have some cringe build that doesn't need -7. Let's try and sell this. So we go for something like this. Doesn't exist. Yeah, I wonder if we can stick down a 90 C pile. It's about break even. Go back, grab another base. You can see there's like 1200 of these. People don't know what they're doing with these. They're just, yeah, I don't know. 20 more C. King's March. What else did I do? I was running hobbies early on. It was okay. That's the best way I can describe it. I would make, I don't know, 2-3 div an hour, maybe. With like a crappy lightning strike build. Let's put some more casterness. Flammability, life and strength. This is very good. I will craft -7. I'll give it slam just for prosperity. Lively, just terrible. Let's check this, doesn't exist. Drop int. This is 2-3 different. I've sold quite a few of these already. You want to be competitive with the market on the price you sell out. Another thing you can do with these is roll for chaos, which is a bit more expensive because it's 100 yellow juice, which isn't terrible. What's the price of yellow juice at the moment? It's at the bottom. 7,000 to a div. So I would expect to get maybe like 1 or 2 rings for that div of yellow juice. So I wouldn't go out and try and make too many of these. Anyway, that's the rings. It's very easy to craft these. Nothing complex about them. I got a bunch of others similar like that. But this flammability one with rarity, it's not amazing. It doesn't have life. But someone maybe somewhere will be running like RF, rarity, MF, stacking, whatever. Yeah, copium, I guess. Let's run them up just to show you what I'm doing. This is like a typical map I would run. I think I have some, yeah, 8 mods. And I'm running whatever this is. Like this is no desecrate, no reflect, no reduced life recovery, no element avoidance, and no minus max at the moment. I can run minus max, it's every now and then, once you stack enough map mods, once you stack the Ether, Alter, like the damage reduction, PDR reduction, defense per frenzy, it gets a bit rippy. But at the moment I'm trying to get the residents. So I'm running 3 ambush, disarmament, and hidden compartments for the open, ambush on this, and I'm basically just running through them. I think I've run like 60 of these already. Just trying to get this here so I can get out of this layout. But yeah, let's run this real quick. You can run the wisps, this build can handle it, no problem. It's just they're not really worth all that much. You don't want to accidentally misclick one of those terrible like altars in there that removes all of your evasion and armor. So in a typical map I would have like 30k evasion, 16k armor, excuse me, like supposedly 90 PDR, 80 evade. You can get a bit more evasion, you can get the Watcher's Eye that I don't have at the moment just because they're kind of ridiculous for the price. Which that would give you anger, crit multi, grace evasion, or you can get the increased damage, double anger. So yeah, the Watcher Eye, it's probably worth it, it's probably good, but I would prefer to just run like a 1-div elemental eye instead. Wow, exalts. I've had terrible luck with divs this league. I don't know. I know they changed the loot and stuff, but my actual, yeah, I've got 60 exalts, 50 divines, and they're supposed to be like 1-to-1. Yeah, I don't know, crazy. But yeah, all you do is run these, click the boxes, double. With all the scarabs. I'm running uber strict filter, so there's a ton of crap dropping, but I'm just not looking at it. I should remove some of this stuff as well. There's like transmutes. If I alt on it, you can see there's a shit ton of cards, but they're all kind of worthless. They're kind of not worth the time to even turn them in. And I'm hoping to find a seer and move this to Strand. I've not dropped, I've run 200, 300 strands. I've not seen the brother card for the fracture knob. I don't think it exists, so I might as well run this one instead and get the Nemesis card, which is worth quite a bit at the moment. I think they're like 30-40 div. People will be doubling these as well, so the value goes up quite a bit, more so than even like a completed Nemesis would for a full set. Wow, 8 months. I'll show you. With this strat, at the moment, I'm looking at about 100C profit on average per map. They don't take that long to run. This layout is obviously terrible, takes forever. You'd run these on a better layout. But even then, this is still pretty fast. The only thing with this build, and why I see a lot of people struggling, is its damage over time. It's the bleed, it's the poison, burning ground. You want to fix it. You want to like actually drop damage, drop life, and get it fixed so you can actually run these safely without worrying about any of the mods. Cool. Which is often the case. Typically I will use 2 portals to kind of get rid of all the loot. Just scroll wheel. All of this in. What's this? Janus? No thanks. And yeah, Scarabs is one of the biggest sources of your profits. Obviously the div cards are nice, the Arcanus boxes are nice, the 8-mod maps are nice, but most of it will come from the Scarabs. So you should if you're using like a very strict filter, you should just go through it and modify it to actually show you all the crappy ones as well, because most of them will sell for a couple of C. Like this uber strict one I know hides like the cartography ones or whatever, which are like 5C each, 10C each, and it just doesn't show them for whatever reason. But on this one says born, enfeebled, life, possessed. Now. And yeah, this is basically my life at the moment. I can do T17s, I've done quite a few. I just prefer to actually bank on the div card drops, so I would prefer to run T16s. As long as you get them like 8 modded, with good like rarity and pack size, it's comparable, at least for strong boxes. And the only reason you would run T17s is for the gambit drops, basically. I've had the Scepter, whatever it's called, sell for like 2 div, just because it was very well rolled. Yoke is still, I think, like 13. How much is this? Yeah, ooh, that's dropped a lot. So it's about 8 div now. So yeah, T17s they're okay. If you can run them, that's good. You probably should, but it's just your choice, really. The fragments are kind of cringe. You can't even sell them on the currency exchange for whatever reason. You have to sell them on a site, which is a little annoying. But after this, I'll pop in a T17 so I can just see what how the build plays during that. We can ignore quite a lot of the mods, thanks to the claw, thanks to the like immunities we have. And yeah, I would say you need at least like 60 div to get like a good T16 mapper on this. You can make it work for less, but at that point you already know what you're doing. You don't need to listen to some random guy on YouTube. I started T16 farming on I think like 20 div budget with some random like 1 div claw. You don't need a lot of damage for any of this. And again, once you get it fixed in the state I'm in at the moment, you can literally run all of these altars and you just look at the rewards. You don't care about the downsides because you can run all of them. The only bad combos is like the PDR, because it removes all of your armor, and there's another one that reduces defenses per frenzy charge, which is a bit annoying. The proper way would be to just check it, I suppose, but if you're lazy like me, you just fix your character instead, to a point where even on like an 8 mod 3P map, you can still run it just fine without worrying about it. Another thing that this build struggles with is burning grounds. So you want to drop brown cash once you get CB for this, because burning grounds will just chunk you. You have like no real defenses against it. You want to get a lot of immunities, you want to get suppression, you want to get avoidance before this build actually starts to feel good and stops dying to every other map. Otherwise you'll be stuck on like level 95 for the entire league. I think there's much else to talk about. I think at some point I'll stop doing the boxes. It's just at the moment they're very profitable, so it's kind of like no reason to not do it. So yeah, let's check this. So yeah, 27 minutes ago I only ran those few maps I showed. That's 4 div. So yeah, it's good. And I was like glitching no lucky drops. And then every now and then I would go through all my cards, get all these alterations, scarabs, chaos. So yeah, this is like what you see right there. Bestiary scarab. Just check this one. This might be good. Battle, loop, Ventus. Actually found 3 good Ventus, but I only saw fucking div each, so your mileage may vary. It's probably still worth picking these up. That's terrible. That's bad. Is it? That's pretty bad. Skitterbots. I would consider it, but the movement speed is pretty nice. That's bad. And now it's 60C. Sure. This is okay. Oops, what's going on? Oh. Oh, gamers. Oh, my add-on crashed. 1 sec. Yeah. Let's restart this. Quit. F60C, let's check this. So same 4. Yeah, so even like a decent one's on like 20C. So yeah, I wouldn't bother too much with it. But yeah, over maps, these cards do stack up quite a lot. How much was this kit? That's 10C, whatever. Chuck him in there, chuck him in here. Let's go for 97, I'll buy it. And let's find a t17. So typically run Fortress. Fortress is nice. Let's find something that isn't too rippy. I wouldn't run less recovery. And Searing Rune Exiles are quite bad for this build. They aren't mitigated by Burning Ground, I don't think. And I don't want curses because that will scale immensely. Give me some chisels. Runes. This would be doable. It's literally just those Searing exact runes. Oh, fuck it, I can just show you what that looks like. Do I have any? And again, you basically run the same thing. Ambush, Eater, Goats. I'll just show you what T17 looks like for this build. I did a bunch of like T17 boss kill carries early on as well. People obviously need them for the map slot device. The issue with the runes as well, you can't see shit because of all of the loot filters and all of the fucking projectiles from Lightning Strike. Just gotta be a bit careful. This is currency, sure. You don't want to give... Typically you want to rush the boss, just because you don't want to be giving the boss too many mods. Otherwise it'll just take forever to kill him. I know that there were some scarabs that made these bosses basically immortal, even for like GG builds. So let's try and find the boss. I can worry about the loot later. Let me move, please. These grasping vines or whatever this is, yeah. This. I would typically not run t17s with what you call it, singular focus, just because there will be a ton of maps dropping here usually. So even the crappy ones, you would prefer to keep those and just sell them probably. Maps cost quite a bit at the moment, thanks to the mappers. Bro, what is this Solita? Fuck off. Killing that. I will probably die to that when I get to it later. Where is the map boss? Let me move, please. I don't know what's giving me these grasping. It must be some mod. Maybe some mod that I've missed. Let's go this. Where is this boss? Is it down here? No, that's where I started. But you can see it's quite comfy. As long as you reroll for good stuff that you can actually survive, you can dash around quite easily through all this. Even with what I would consider a deadly mod, the Serum Grooms. Oh shit, that's a Solita. Here he is. So this is with the curse. I'll put my bow, move away. Eventually he will die. I did give him resistance as well. Probably shouldn't have. And every now and then you want to cry to get your triple damage brutal, because that will just do a lot more DPS. Don't actually know what this boss does, to be honest. This is my first league doing T17s. I skipped the last one. Is it gonna drop anything? What's this green fetish? I don't know what that is. Did he not drop? Oh no, he did drop. Yeah. Simple frag. Whatever. And now you go back to your boxes and clear out the entire map. The same as any T16 you would. Obviously, this is more deadly. The mobs are harder. I typically don't run Sanctuary, just because it has that annoying mob types that spawns the orbs when you kill them. And yeah, I just can't be asked doing those. So you should just sell all of my Sanctuaries to someone else. But you can pretty much run any other ones just fine without any issues. Yes. And loot again is comparable to Lucky Juice T16, to be honest. It's not that much better, at least for this strat with boxes. You probably would run different scarabs, possibly, or different atlas altogether, possibly. I'm sure there's some guides, some streamer made to show you what you need to do for this. So the scarabs, sure. This. Yeah, this is the one I would probably not run. 37 reduced defense per frenzy charge. This is just very, very deadly. I'd rather give him turbo than deal with the reduced defenses, just because I do rely heavily on my evasion and now my armor as well, thanks to the shield. So typically you would want your Val skill to be basically on cooldown all the time to get the most benefit from it. Where is it? Excuse the cat. He needs this fucking lunch or something. Minus res, what am I on? Yeah, easy. You would only be concerned about the minus. Again, another fucking exalt. I'm just so unlucky with the vines, I don't understand. But yeah, with the minus res, you only really care about LA weakness. If you have LA weakness, you might not want to take it. But again, it's up to you. You can probably run it either way. It doesn't matter that much. Just loot whatever I can and leave. Is this a boss drop? Breeding fetish? No, it's just a normal one. Yeah. Lucky. Oh shit. Just have to click it. What are these? Dark shit. You pretty much don't want the corrupted boots, or if you rock, you don't want to influence your boots. You want to keep them rare so you can get the Eldritch influences. Yeah, we do have spell, quant, sure. Pick up some gold. Oh yeah, another good advantage of t16s is you get a lot more gold. I can't remember how much I had. I think like 300k. On average, you'd get like 50, 60, up to 80k, depending on what strat you're doing and stuff. 6k, that's wow. Sure. I tried doing expedition instead of what's it called? Instead of beyond, but it's not that great. It's okay if you want to get some resources for your rerolls, because your mappers will give you a ton of the reroll materials, but obviously they don't give you the actual crafting crap. Yeah, that's t17 with what I would consider like a deadly mod for this build. Those are now 370k. To check my boats. Yeah, that's about it. As for upgrades, yeah, I would go Chaos on a helmet. I will probably recraft the Greater at the moment. I might upgrade these a bit. Once you get the rare helmet, you can drop this. Once you get -7, you can almost drop all of this altogether, to be honest. The only thing you're after is this mana reservation. Yeah, you can get this, then try and search for a Lethal Pride on this as well. Because at that point you'll have this, this. It hits this and this as well. So you should have enough for maybe like a cheaper double damage lethal as well. Mage Blood is an option. It should be tankier on paper, mostly thanks to like a Ruby utility fast and stuff. You would get perma onslaught, which is nice. At the moment I'm running the crit one. Oh, and for the flask you want 1 crit, you want 1 gain, and then these should be ideally recovery. And you typically want the crit and gain on your jade and granite flasks. I just hit these flasks ages ago and I stuck with it. Oh, I need to buy more strikes. There is a swap tech you can do with Invicta, gain rampage as well for free. But you'd want something like Smite, I suppose. And you swap into that, kill a few mobs to get your rampage going, and then swap back in. I'm not doing that at the moment, but that's probably still a thing they could do. Anyway, I'll leave it here. 91, almost 98. That's my kills. 2 million, almost. And I've got, what is this? 60x, 29 div roll, 2 sacreds. Those sacreds, yeah, no, those are actually my sacred. Because it doesn't count the shippers. Let's check on them. Got my town fully upgraded. Everyone is a 9 or 10, basically. These fuckers keep dying and running away. Most of them are mappers at this point. I usually pick up when I see a 9, 10. I don't need that. Don't want that. I'll take this 10 though. 8. Fuck it. Good enough. You only really need like 8 for the shipment, and that will get you enough to run like 3 mil shipments, which is more than enough. I do get quite a lot of divs from mappers. I usually give them my bricked t16s, or I will just alk and go for them for t16s, and every now and then I will just feed them my low tier maps just to get rid of them from my stash. Most of your profits will come from jewels though and scarabs. Yeah. I do have like a dump tab for my dust, but you don't actually spend that much. I would say like once a day is enough to like get you entire day's worth of dust for your shipments. Yeah, I've got like a bricked. Well, I say bricked. This is like early week desecrated. Desecrated is the one mod I don't want to run basically ever, because again, this build struggles with damage over time. You don't want to be doing that one. I can run just about anything. Once you get Nimbus, you can drop Returning Proch and stick in like Awakened Elemental damage in them, and then you're mostly LA Reflect immune. Yeah. At the moment, my map is like 9 and 10. Like about 1 or 2 occasions, there's like a rippy map, 5% chance to die. But I always have a bunch of them spare, ready to go when they do die. Yeah, for shipment, I'm not doing anything special. I'm running Rip and Fell, I think is your currency rewards. You kind of want to hit those demands of theirs, but it doesn't matter that much. Losing Earth and you stick like 2000 and the others. Yeah, no, you don't. And this will give you like a 3 mil shipment thereabouts. I don't think you can you run them to the same port? Yes, you can. Blues enough. 2k, 2k, 2k. Let's give us some of this. Yeah, give it a lot more. That's fine, 1.5. You want above 800k, I think. Which kind of like a soft breakpoint for divines. I basically saw no device until I started giving them above that, and then I think above 3 million it falls off quite a lot, to a point where you don't really care about giving them anymore. And yeah, typically I'll just max it out. I don't do these quite a lot. Like 5 mil shipments is like the most I would send. That's again 0 risk on 9s and 10s. Yeah, fuck it. I'll stop it here. It's been a long video. I'll post my POB. It's nothing amazing. It's nothing great. There's plenty of upgrades. This is just what I'm doing at the moment. I'll probably drop Tornado as well. I'm not a big fan of it. Hydrosphere was probably a better one to do. But yeah, I'll drop my POB. Yeah, if you have any questions, drop a comment or something. I'll try and get back to you. Or you can message me in game, and I'll respond when I'm online, which is a bit often nowadays, just because I'm done with Final Fantasy Prague, so I'll just play POE for a while. Cool, have fun, good luck. Yeah, stay safe. Bye bye.